Hello, it's RocksAlot, and today I'm going to do a project, and I've never done it before, so I'm really not that organized today, but I just thought I might as well go live, and going to work on this. So this, well, I might as well unclamp it. So this was a piece of silver that I bought at a local thrift store. It was a whole $16.99, and I figured the chain's probably worth that, being that it's silver. And we'll see if I can do something with the cross. So I'm going to go ahead and undo this, because we're going to take off the chain like that. So there goes the chain. I'm going to hang that somewhere so I don't lose it, but I'll probably end up losing it. And then this is what I'm going to work on. So the plan on this is to take one of these cups, which I already had. I have quite a few cups. I was lucky enough to purchase somebody's stock a while back. And yeah, I don't know what it would cost me to replace these today, but I think it would be pretty expensive. So, hi Veronica. O'Keefe. I grew up with some O'Keefes. Not here in the States, but over in England. Yeah, just, I'm winging it. I have a little silver project to do. I've only done one silver project prior to this. And I've got this little pendant that I got from the thrift store. Cost me like $16, $17. So I thought I would embellish it. That's the plan. And I do have these little silver cups. And then on top of that, somewhere up here, where is it? I have some calibrated stones that I also have. And so that's some of the silver. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of calibrated sort of lapis, and I think there's some rhodonite in here. But I thought for this project I'm going to use a couple of pieces of the picture jasper, being that it's a cross or a crucifix. And these have sort of the desert look. And as much as I like this one better, I think this one will go in to the story a little bit better. Desert, sky, probably Awahi jasper. So I'll put those away for right now. I'm really just going to turn on the fire and see how we do. I have prepped up a little bit for this, but I've got a very tiny space here. And yeah, we're just going to work on what we got. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to smooth that down a little bit so that when I try to solder that cup on there, it should land fairly smooth. Hi Alex. Yeah, it's silver. Well, I hope it's silver. If it's not silver, it's going to melt really quickly. So yeah, it came on a silver chain as well. Where is she? So yeah, bought the whole thing knowing I'd probably do a little project with it. So it stayed in $95 and it was $17. So I'm hoping it's silver. But I haven't put any heat to it, so I really won't know until I heat it up. And I'm also going to put a bigger bail on there, which I cut this little piece of silver, which I know is silver, and hopefully that's going to go right in there. the other way around, and I'm going to solder that together as well. Sure, Freya, hi. Glad you could come in. So I'm just going to squeeze this shut now. Yeah, glad you can make it in. So I'm going to try and squeeze this down. Or not. This probably isn't the best tool to do this with. Let's try it this way. It's not going to work. Yeah, that's not going to work. Need a different tool. I just didn't want to scratch it up too bad. Let's go over here. That might work. No, that's not going to work either. Well planned to not have my pliers. Let's see if I can get this. It's not the right one. Almost. That's not going to work. That'll work. Got the trusty doubles. I'm actually just going to tap that down. So I can clean it up after. Actually, that worked well. So just trying to close up that gap so it's real tight. I had previously filed both sides. Just make sure I did it the right way around. It did. So that'll be one of the areas that we're going to solder. Looks pretty good. And the other one's going to be putting this cup on here. Hi, June. I assume it's June. It may be June, but I'm going to say June. And so, yeah, I'm just going to Dremel this a little bit. Get a flatter spot in the middle here. So this might be noisy. Got my little Dremel. And if it's giving up too much silver, in fact, let me put a mask on. Told you I was prepared today. There we go. Get a 95 on at least. So. It's very warm out here. It's very humid out here. And we're going to do it anyway. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your last name, Judah. But hi, Judah. How you doing? So here we go. Let's give this a try. Like I said, I am not a silversmith. I am just winging it. And hopefully I don't burn the house down. So let's give this a go. I sort of marked out where the cup's going to go. We just need to flatten some of the middle. It's actually working a lot better than I thought. Watch that for it getting too hot. This will just give a flatter spot for it to solder tight onto. You can see the difference. Pretty good. Not bad. Pretty good. Yeah, I figured I might as well go live. Because if I'm going to screw it up, it'll be fun and entertaining. And if I do it correctly, then it'll still be fun and entertaining. So, hopefully. Now, let's see. Ooh, I'm going to give that a little bit of a wipe with some goof off, just to clean it up. I cleaned it up real quick. So yeah, it said it was silver. I'm praying it was silver. I didn't actually test it. I probably should have tested it. But we'll know when we put that fire on it, because if it just disappears and melts, then it's probably aluminum or something else. Alright, that's looking good. Gonna give this a bit of a sand, but I'm gonna do it on my machine over here real quick. So I'm gonna do it with a machine with no water. Oh, well, there goes the water because it got hot. This is just cleaning it up. I know you can hear me, but it's not clean. So I have a Diamond Pacific Genie next to me. And as you can see, that polish that up real quick. And should give a better connection. So let's do that again and clean this side. Having the pickle going over there. Okay. Now, I don't have all my honeycomb plates and everything, so we're going to try it on this charcoal and hope it works. So I need to get some flux on here, which we're going to do. Here's the flux. Oops. I do not, Waldeba. No, I do not. Am I any good? Yeah, I've been using the name for, I guess, like 3 years now. And there's a few others that have similar names. I'm just gonna heat this up. If I'm doing it wrong, let me know. Here we go, we're gonna get some flame. Let's get rid of the goof off so we don't go up in flames. There we go. And over here, I use the benzomatic, if you can see. Straight up from, I use MAP. This is MAP gas. It gets a little bit hotter. It's a little dirtier, but it gets a little hotter. And we're going to turn that on. Actually, let's put a little bit on the back of the cup as well. It's just flux. And get that started. It's a little strong. There we go. It's a little strong today. Why is that? A bit of an angle. Gonna do that again. Gotta remember not to pick it up hot. Hi, Pavelton. Get this chunker off. Okay, so now we are going to get into some of the solder, which this is the hard. I have some few little pieces in there, and medium and soft. It's best to start with your hard. How we're going to get it in there? Shoot. Let me get a little bit of flux in that. Oh dear. I might end up doing this at the same time. So. That's the bail. Okay, we're going to take a few little pieces. Come on. I'm going to put a few in the middle. Big ones in the middle. Like that. I'm going to get one down this edge here, and that should be enough if it flows correctly. They're not coming to me, don't worry. Okay. Then, close this up. Hey, Husky. I have no idea. I am trying to put this cup in the middle of this cross that I bought. Just as a practice on some silversmithing. See if I could set the fire on house on fire, I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm about to hit the fire. I need to place this exactly where I need it to go. I'm going to reflux this one just a little bit more. Okay. What about there? I have to hold it there somehow. Oop-a-doop. Looks pretty good. You're going to lift it some. I'm going to get one more piece of solder on there. I hope. Perfect. All right, well that's it. Let's see if it works. Take this slowly. You know what? Excuse me, we're gonna change the plan. I'm gonna put the solder into the bale. It's sitting really well. So if I can get it done, I will. Where'd you go? Dropped one. Perfect, look at that. Look at that. Now if it melts correctly, I will look like I knew what I was doing. If it doesn't, well, it is what it is. So I like where the cup is, so let's just warm this up. Start from the outside. Hopefully the crucifix doesn't almost going. There that goes. All right. Look from the bottom. Heating up the cup. Uh-oh, catching on fire. And get to the bottom some. Oh shit. There it goes. Alright, there it goes. So now we gotta get this off somehow. Shoot. This can be interesting. There we go. Alright, well, melted the cup. So that didn't work. Down 1 for 1. The bail worked, which is great. And now I've got to move this around and find another cup. So it has a fairly low, but it's around this, I think it's 1700, something like that. It's not below, it's not below 1200. So now I'm going to redo this. Yeah. So I already dremeled this in there. It might be this part. So let's try and put this back on here. Flatten it out. Yeah, it's definitely flat. Definitely flat. That solder didn't melt either. This cup melted right away. Let me see. How are we going to do this? Oh, hot. I'm going to have to cool this off real quick. Putting it in the pickle. Not as easy as it looked. Let's dunk it clean. Yeah, I just quenched it. Yeah, it's pretty hot. But it was actually the creases that were hot. Okay, so that's still hard. That one's not stuck. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Put some more on here. This is where my solder should run. And I need some more. Oh. Some more to do with this. redo my flux. I'm going to try a different angle this time, so I'd like to be able to get from the bottom. That fits pretty good. Hi, legend. I am not a legend for sure, but we're working for it. Okay. Maybe it's the way I've got it. Let's try something different. It might work better. Some more. Maybe it's not holding on there straight, and that's my problem. Or part of the problem. This is not easy. Nope. That's not going to work. Let's try the same way. Yeah, so that's what it is. It's not straight on here, and I need it to be straight. So I'm not sure how to hold this down. Thinking. I don't have the right brick out. Yeah, I had the Sharpie on there. Obviously, I've bent that off already. I'm pretty good at looking at it, but I got to get it nailed down where it's not moving. And that's what I'm having an issue with, because when I go in with this, it just tips it up. I can't do that. Oh, my solder's in the bottom. How are we going to do this? Oh, my solder's gone. I'm sure I'm making a mess of this. I'm sure the charcoal's not helping either. Yeah, that's what I'm trying, Wendy. I've got this, but when I go to, I can put it in like this. Let's see, like that. But I can't get this to be flat on here. Let's see if we do this. Maybe. I'm sure I'm getting like a D plus, maybe. Plus for effort. Okay, so I need to get some more flux in there. Very dirty. Let's do this. Start again. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody. I gotta clean this up. So need to go off. See, I wasn't expecting all my friends to come and watch me mess this up. Okay. Let's do this again. Let's get a little bit more angle. That, get a bit of an angle, and hopefully I don't blow off the cup when I'm putting this on. So plenty of flux. So I just definitely need to go to this Georgia, take a hauling class. I don't know if this is too much solder or not. Come on, there you go. There. Should be enough. Probably too much, but that's okay. I'm going to clean the back of this cup again. Put a little bit of solder, make it stick. I mean flux. Let's make this stick. Okay, solder is under the bezel, so I need to heat it a little bit. Let's heat it. I have to move the, okay. Let's move that up. A little bit too much solder on this side. I don't want it to run. That one needs to come up. Come up. There you go. Come up. There you go. Okay. Even the birds are yelling at me. I need to put this on without burning myself. Good. Okay. Get up and take a quick gander. can hear you all cheering in your living rooms. Okay. Nah, box. There goes part of my solder. Bingo. There we go. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna do it with my hand in a second. There we go. All right, pray for me. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Let's give this a go. It is very close by. Right to my right hand side here. Thank you, and I appreciate that too. Now, so I don't knock this over. Alright, I'm going to come from underneath. At the end, you can see it burning up. See the flux bubbling off, but I can't see any of the... I want to burn that again. Well, Steve, a little, the right word, a little bit of anxiety, I guess. I'm assuming I did it. I'm not sure it's gone. I can't see it. Give it a nudge. It did not go yet. Dang it. Double check. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, I can keep trying. Lucky enough. Can't see where the solder's gone. It's a shame. Let's see if it nudges. Still didn't go. Alright, I'm going to put a halt for a second. The solder is not melting yet. I need to put a piece that I can see. Don't worry, I'm not going to pick it up yet. Need to be able to see this piece. Wendy, you make it look easy. That's the piece I want right there. Don't drop it. That's where I want it, right there. Get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that after. Alright, let's try this again. This time I can actually see a piece of solder. So if it flows, I'll know it. Just make sure I'm good. That's good. Alright, we're either melting everything. Gonna melt everything. Here we go. This time I could see a piece of it. Couldn't see it before. I want to get on the cup again. I melted the last cup. Come on. Not going. No. I think it just went. There it goes. Okay. I think it just went. See if I get enough down the bottom. Alright, that should do it. Just give it a quench in the pickle. Oh, that's hot. How do I quench it? I can't open the damn bracket. Oh shit, don't do that. There we go. And into the pickle. So far so good, people. It looks like it didn't fall off. Alright. Looks pretty shiny. Get that out. Hopefully. I'm doing something I forgot about. So I just did something I forgot about, which I shouldn't do, which is to use stainless steel in your pickle. Wendy, maybe you can tell me if that's correct. So I'm going to clean that up into the water. All right. So I've still got a little piece of solder stuck there, but I just need a third hand in general. When I'm eating, sleeping. Alright. So, cool. Give it a little clean off. Just down here. Oh. Alright. Not bad. It's a little off center, but I'm okay with it. And definitely silver because it didn't melt, so it wasn't aluminum. And then the bail, I have to go in. I have to redo it. That looks good. Just need to go in and clean up that joint. And if you weren't here earlier, so this cost me, it was 16 bucks, I think, including the chain. So that was the chain, $16.99. So I figured I could get that and the cross, and I wasn't sure if the cross was actually 925 because it wasn't stamped, but it did look like somebody had made it, handmade it, and I just thought I could embellish it. One of these cups. Now I have to choose the stone, which probably hot, huh? Let's get rid of you. That's not hot. So a long time ago, I was fortunate enough to purchase a jeweler's lot, and this is just one box of it. Came with all these thank you, Wendy. I don't know if I have to send you money in the mail. No, I know you love helping people, so thank you. So, being that it was across, I figured something maybe in the picture jasper, which I actually like this stone a lot, but I think being that it's across, that this one will do better. So I'm not going to go ahead and push the bezel in yet, but this one gave it sort of that sky and walking through the desert. And maybe I could paint an ass, I mean a donkey in there somewhere. And it should hopefully just fit. Bingo, look at that. So how's that look? We're going to clean it up, get that bezel cleaned up, and it looks a little bit more than $16, I think. What do you think? You know, I try to have fun. I got a hell of a day coming tomorrow. I guess our city manager went and quit or something like that. Thank you, Wendy. I did need your help in the middle of it. I'd been looking for a way to hold that piece together all week. And really, I just need to invest in the proper equipment. So, oh, it can get worse. I didn't set the house on fire, and I just have to remember to turn everything off, and we should be good, including the pickle. Because one day I didn't turn off the pickle, and it's an acid, so it starts floating around in your air, so you got to be really careful. Yeah, thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate it. Steve, thanks for coming in. I saw your resins. Your resins are great. And yeah, I just need to, and I have finger, you're right. I got close once. What did I pick up? I picked up the tweezers. So yeah, I picked up the tweezers, but not by the wood. So yeah, I have to think about things like that. You learn, get burnt 3 times, so I'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I really do appreciate you coming in. Thank you, Husky, Steve, Wendy, everybody else that popped in. We will see you in some of your lives and some of your sales, so I really appreciate you all, and I appreciate the support. So till next time, and in the meantime, take care of each other, and most of all, take care of yourselves. Cheers now. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Have a great week.